Hi.
Hello.
I always love that, like, news anchors do that. They pretend they're busy, like, hello, I'm Derek.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You're not writing
Yeah.
shit. How are you? Hello. How are you, folks? Episode 195 of the FLA Exposure Podcast, otherwise known as Blah, 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 with Jon and Derek here, previewing the upcoming card this weekend. Thanks again to our sponsors, East Coast Financing, Nova Scotia, and the East Coast largest auto detailer, used auto dealership. My apologies. Great sponsors of our brand and other combat sports. Jon, how are you, sir?
Good, man. How's your day going so far?
Rainy. It's nasty.
Yeah, it's ridiculously gross up, man. Super windy up here, too. We'll see if I have power the whole time.
Yeah, that's it. If we lose power, say it'll be. We'll see this.
That's what it is.
That's it.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
We're definitely, I will say, I was a little bit worried yesterday. We were a couple flights possibly being delayed out of Toronto, but it looks like everybody's got on their flights and they're on their way. So
that's good to hear, man. Yeah, the weather. I'm watching the weather now since the 10 days started last week. Hard.
Oh yeah.
We've had a hurricane and a snowstorm so far. These early, shows in the winter are just super risky because of the weather.
Everything about this entire business is risky, and then you add that whole element of weather on top of it. Like, oh, hold on, you may get a tornado, hurricane, whatever, that'll shut that down.
Yeah,
awesome. So
yeah, things are looking good though, fortunately. So full steam ahead is the big one.
Yeah, it's hard to believe here we are. It's November 19th. Seems like, I remember after that last show, November 19th, I said to myself, I was like, oh, nice. Now we get a little bit of a break. There was no break at all.
No. Like it does feel like November 19th was a long time ago, though.
It does.
I bet you March 18th is going to feel like it comes real fast.
That's it. Yeah, it's for anybody who isn't aware, we do have our 2023 dates up here. We have all 6 shows scheduled, ready to go. So we'll be 6 weeks apart for the most part the whole year. And it's going to be a hell of a year. So
it is.
Yes, sir. Well, let's get right into it, Jon, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man. You want to comment on this time and I'll lead?
Oh, sure. Put me on the spot. You guys can all tell how Jon and I rehearse these things.
Yeah.
We talk business for 30 minutes and then come on here and don't talk anything.
That is why we were late. Yeah. Sorry about that, everybody. That's why 9 became 9:15 or whatever, because we get chatting and we both have.
Shout out to my buddy Tommy.
Nice. Okay, here we go. Let's go bottom to top, man. I mean, we've got Bryce Tracy out of Synergy and Chris Beck out of GF team. Both guys 0-0, 138. So basically a bantamweight bout. So I suspect we got some young up and comers that from what I've seen, these guys are looking pretty sharp for being young guys. And the lightweight classes are always exciting. What do you got to say about that, old dog?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you, man. Both of these kids are young and hungry. Bryce is a kid who's been messaging our account for years, wanting his opportunity, and it never worked out to the right weight class or whatever it would be that would just kind of hold it back. But now he's had his opportunity. He's looking to make the most of it. Trained out of Synergy, which is a great team, obviously jiu-jitsu based team. But you got guys like Giancarlo and Kent Bino and Jay Cunningham and lots of guys who train there that fight. And
there's some really good fighters that come out of Synergy. Yeah, has been for a long time.
A great group in Fredericton too. There's a huge group of people in Fredericton that with them, Evolution and who am I forgetting? Fredericton Fight Club. And there's a few other that are around there too, which is awesome. And then Chris Beck's coming out of Chad's club there, GF Team Moncton, and the kid can throw. He's no question. He's got a top background, and he seems to have been waiting for this opportunity for a long time. And great fight to start the card again.
It is, yeah, hometown boy, and everyone we've seen come out of GF team's been really talented. So, good coach there with Chad, and that's going to be a good opener, man. I highly suspect it's going to be kind of like the last card where we're going to have some just crazy fast finishes on these guys are coming for it, and you just need to make one mistake, right?
Amateurs, they're out there to throw down and
Yeah, they got a point to prove. And that first fight ever is like so nerve-wracking. You don't know what to expect, right? So kind of ramps things up another few percent. Awesome. Brendan Sutton out of Adrenaline 0-0, and Simon Plummer 0-0 out of Tower One at 155. So this is it. We got another couple high level gyms putting out a ton of fighters. Yeah, man. What do you think of this one?
It's like you said, very good gyms, Tower One and Adrenaline. Both guys, Sam Stout's going to be in the corner of Brendan, and Gavin will be in the corner of Simon Plummer. So no lack of experience in the corners. And Brendan, I think you'll end up. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like I never the both. Brendan looks really slick, his striking, and Simon looks really good too. Simon, his ground game's really good. He's never competed us before, but I've always heard a lot of good things in the community about how good he is. So we'll see, man. Brendan looks ready. He seems confident. Like he said in the promo video, he said, "I'm coming into enemy territory, but I think I'm going to smoke your boy." So he said, so it's. I don't think Mr. Plummer will take very kindly to that, but we'll see, man. They're both very game opponents, and I'm excited to see that one.
Yeah, that's just it, man. We're gonna come up with a bang. There's no question.
Tommy Dylan and Giffen. Thank you. Sorry, John.
No, man, beautiful. So Dylan Bjornsson 1-0 out of the Hensel Gracie team. Another Matt McGrath's guys. This is the guy we were looking at previously. It didn't work out, but this guy's been on the radar for a while, and he's going 155 against Josh LeBlanc, who's 2-2 in FLA. He's one of the most seasoned FLA guys, coming in for his 5th fight with us. So we've seen an evolution with Josh. Obviously, he always brings it, and man, Dylan's a stud just for taking this fight with Josh's experience. Yeah, man, what do you think?
Not much more I can add to that. I think you said it very well. Like Dylan's a guy we've been watching. He's a long, kind of lanky. He seems like he's kind of well prepared for what he's kind of getting into. Anybody coming out of that camp, obviously, Henzo is trained with Matt.
Yeah.
Very good. Sorry, my apologies. But when it comes to Josh, to be honest, is one of my favorites, man. I love that kid. He's super humble, respectful. He doesn't care. He understands what the amateur set is about. Experience. I don't care about anything other than experience. And he's just putting himself out there always to see different looks, get more experience, and just build himself because he wants to do this as his career. So kudos to both of them, man. It's they both want the fight, and they both I think another you're going to see, like Josh doesn't compete in boring fights. So
no,
and, I watched Dylan's last fight, and he looked good too. So the fans are definitely in for it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be a skillful matchup. Looking forward to that. Sam Reno. Sorry, was that?
No. See, John and I are very well coordinated, folks.
Yeah, you like that? Super pro. Yeah,
man. Our shows are professional. In 2023, we will be improving this podcast too. So
we've been saying that for a couple of years.
Just keep saying it.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep pushing it. Sam Reno out of Tower One as well. At 135 against Colby Livingston of IKB. So Colby, I know, has done some kickboxing already, correct? And Sam, I have heard many good things about it. So man, another 135 0-0 versus 0-0, but these guys are again, good schools with Tower One and IKB over there with Lenny, and we've seen a lot of guys fight out of these gyms. I suspect, a lot of experience, and I don't know where you see this one going. Probably a kickboxing fight. We'll see.
I don't know. It's like hard to say. Like it's like you're obviously hearing lots of good things about Sam. A young kid. I think he's just 18 or 19. So
yeah, he is. Yeah,
Colby's a gamer, man. Like the kid, he's a gamer. No one from Island Kickboxing is they're all gamers. They all just want to fight all the time, and they understand what's at stake. And so,
absolutely,
Gavin's club is they're going to be very well prepared and knowing what's at stake. So the fans again, man. Like none of these fights are going to be boring. That's for sure.
No, and talking to the guys that have sparred with Sam Reno, he's quite good. I've seen Colby at the last jiu-jitsu tournament, and he was doing quite well there as well. So,
He's improving
well-rounded.
too every time. Like he's done a couple kickboxing fights, and kudos to anybody that's still kind of doing this stuff, and you want to keep getting better and growing and putting yourself out there. I think it's awesome. I think we're going to see another good fight.
I think absolutely, yeah. Connor Sorensen out of Adrenaline. It's going to be awesome to see him back here again. He's at 145 against James Richardson at a Wolf Run with Paul Abel and Sean Wallace. Yeah, James is in for a fight, man. Connor Sorensen's no joke. James 0-0. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know what to. I do. What I do know is we got to get other people to do these podcasts, so we're not on the spot like this.
Yeah, I don't know if we've told anybody yet, but we're going to be improving for 2023.
Like Connor, like who wants to step up and fight Abdel? No one wants to fight Abdel out here.
Yeah.
So when he came out here, and they had no problem fighting Abdel, and he didn't do too bad. Obviously, Abdel choked him out in the second round, but he had his moments there in the second round and had.
He absolutely did.
But Abdel's a beast, man. Like he's going to be very good. He already is very good, but he's going to be at a high level in the sport. And I think Connor did very well considering, man. Like and so now he's got this fight with James. James looked really good when we were over there too. Like they got a great group at Wolf Run. There's like 10 or there's a bunch more than that, but like the core that was there that day, there's probably 7 or 8 of these young guys who are all training together, and that's what you need, man. Like young, like 18,
absolutely,
like whatever age, just kind of pushing one another in the same goals, and he looked good too. So I don't know, he looked good, and so did Connor. So
yeah, I'm interested to see. I mean, Connor kind of fell short in the grappling against Abdel. That was what Abdel and Tower won. Took advantage of. So I'm interested to see if he spent the last few months on the ground a lot, or if he's working to striking more. Like you learn a lot from those fights, right? So yeah, speaking of Abdel Aziz, 1-1 from Tower 1, and Greg Dykeston from Santos Brothers out of Toronto at 140. So yeah, a little bit lighter for Abdel this time around. And Greg Dykeston 0-1 out of Toronto. What do you think on this one, man? I mean, we just spoke a bunch on Abdel, really.
Yeah, it's everybody. And well, I will say I've seen Abdel when we were in there doing their promo videos a couple weeks ago. And he's gotten bigger, like more bigger, like more muscle, almost like a lot of these guys, amateur guys, they're just building into. Like I often forget that I'm 42 years old. And I'm sure you forget how old you are sometimes. Like these guys are like young in their 20s, and doing what we were not doing this stuff when I was in my 20s, and they're just going to get better and better every fight, learn and grow, like build into their frames. And I think Abdel's a stud, man. But this Greg Dykeston, like he's been, all in Thailand. He's done smokers over there. He's competes in jiu-jitsu a lot. He's a very good blue belt in jiu-jitsu. So coming from Santos Brothers Jiu-Jitsu, like those boys are very credible. So I think it's going to be another great fight. But these guys, will they stand up and negate the guy most? Who knows?
That's what I'm interested to see too. If Abdel is going to utilize striking, or if he's going to go to the ground again. But yeah, very cool.
We'll see. It's a great.
It's going to be a high-level fight, man. 0-1 and 1-1 is going to look like these guys are a lot more seasons than they are. I mean, Abdel on the local scene is very well. That ends the prelim, and then we go into the intermission, exactly. So the intermission was right after fight 6. And then after the intermission, we're coming back with my guy Levi out of a bye. He's 1-1 now. He came off a very impressive victory last year against another game purple belt, and it's actually going to be at 140. The sheet says 45. And Zach Young out of GF Team Moncton The hometown boy looked very good in his last fight against Khalifa. Man, really tough fight for Levi. It's gonna be a really tough fight for Zach too,
Sure.
in my opinion. But yeah, man, let me know what you think on this one. I mean,
This could go, it's the thing is, it's like, when you're the local guy and you're coming off like, Zach had a beautiful finish in his last fight, local kid,
yeah.
you're going to have some hype behind you. It is what it is. But Levi, the thing is about Levi, man, is Levi is exactly the person you always want in your corner. He's tough. He's durable. He's game as hell always. And he's that kind of guy, you grow up, people always say, don't fuck with the guy who never says much. And that's what Levi is.
That is Levi, 100%.
Yeah, like his first fight, FLA 1, Luke Little is another extremely tough fight. And that was there was a terrible cut that got, the fight got stopped or whatever, but Levi had he was not like, I'm trying to say frazzled, I guess, or like bothered in any, he was ready to keep going.
Oh, he was in that still, yeah.
Tough, man. So
Levi is super tough. He definitely
and very good
starting to get kind of stiff in the ring, you know what I mean, with the adrenaline and everything else. Sure. Definitely the nerves come through. That first fight, man, against Luke, like Luke did not give him an inch. He was just all over him and looked super sharp, right? So took a lot from that, and then took a lot from the last one. And we've had a great camp, man, and I'm really excited
too, man. So, and will Levi take it to the ground? Will he have an advantage? He's probably, I don't know, like after weigh-ins, what the weight difference will be, like how, he'll have definitely a little bit of a height advantage and reach advantage. Yeah, we'll see, man. It's an exciting fight, and kudos for both these guys for taking it, man. Again, these two guys just want to compete, and like one big thing we try to stress out here is like, yeah, it's fighting or whatever, but if you guys want this sport to move forward, you have to actually represent yourself properly in the community. It's amateur mixed martial arts, and it's not everybody is a meathead that competes for us. It's we want people who represent the sport accordingly, and that's
absolutely
how we move forward. Like, and these two kids are great examples of that. I love it. It's a great fight.
Yeah, no, it is a good fight, and that's gonna be a barn burner. I don't suspect anything but fast pace. Coming right off the intermission. And you know what, man? I'm looking at the sheet now. Abdel's at 145 and Levi and Zach are at 140. And this is just switched on here. So my apologies, everybody, for the confusion. Drake and Rory, man. The 170-pound advanced amateur title. Fought at advanced rules. 2 Kumite winners. Didn't face each other in the Kumite.
No.
What do you got?
It's kind of the reason we were doing Kumites, John. Not the reason we did Kumites is to keep the scene and our business going during a time we can't. But look at the storylines it created and for the fights exactly like this. Absolutely,
yeah. It built athletes up just the same way we're doing now. It was what we could do, and it absolutely moved the ball forward.
Well, Fight League should have a boxing match like the old days, like Norad versus Johnson. That was awesome in the ring.
We would actually have to set up a ring. The commission told us that.
Yeah, you can't do boxing in a cage or blah, blah,
blah. Honestly, we asked if we could do 4-ounce boxing in the cage, and they said no. So
yeah. Combat jiu-jitsu, like people ask why we don't do combat jiu-jitsu. I'll keep my comments about combat jiu-jitsu to myself, but the biggest reason is you need a commission. You need a rule set, and we have the rule set. That's no problem. We got the rule set, but you need a fixes. It's just like you have to go through the whole commission, and just for the 112 people that are going to show up and watch 2 people slapping one another on the ground, it's you never know though what'll happen in the future, right? But let's get back to the fight at hand, John. Sorry, Rory and Drake.
Yeah, Rory and Jake. I mean, this could be the main event. This is got a lot of hype behind it. I mean, everybody on the local scene's been watching Drake for everybody. Everybody's been watching Rory since he just kind of exploded on the scene now in the last couple of years. I mean, they haven't lost, so
they're both so durable. And again, go back to like really good people. Like no one in the community is like, these guys don't deserve that, or these guys.
No, exactly. Yeah.
whether people know it or not, we get the messages a lot of the time from. I have no idea why, but like, I don't like that guy. Okay, well, why are you telling us? We don't care. But we didn't get any messages about these people. You know what I mean? Like these two guys are wonderful guys who've done nothing but earn this opportunity, man. And
Yeah.
The real winners again are the fans, and both of these guys. I think whoever, maybe they'll both go pro after this. I don't know.
They could. I mean, that's just it, right? Very skilled, high level, lots of experience, training for. I mean, Drake's got to be over a decade. We know Rory's been training for like a decade.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's huge. And I mean, the winner of this really kind of puts a stamp on their amateur career if they want.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it was the best, and now I'm doing this or whatever. So definitely a good feather in the cap of the winner.
Sure.
And it's just
there's a couple of 170s coming up, right? So there's lots of people to challenge, and
and well, Cam moved out of 170 now, going pro, right? So he would have been the other top contender in that division, in my opinion. I mean, the guy's 3-0, so
with all that's finishes. It made our lives easier when Cam wanted to go pro. It made our lives easier to be like, okay, Rory and Drake is the obvious title fight, right? Oh, if not, then
absolutely, yeah.
Rory fought at 185, 175, so now he's his first time fighting at 170.
Mm-hmm. And Drake's first time fighting since his injury, right? So good that he's past that and been able to put a full camp in and everything. It sucked to see Drake's career sidelined for I mean, it must have been 2 years. What was it? FLA 3 he was on?
It was last October.
2.
So,
yeah,
14 months.
Yeah, I know. So, 14 months. That's a long ass time.
It is for a young guy like that, 21 years old. But on the other hand, like
he's 21 years old.
Great example for a young fighter or a young competitor. What he did is he used that time A, to get better, but B, to continue his education and get his red seal and pipe fitting. So,
well, that's smart.
Super smart. He's the same as Rory. He's a full-time firefighter. Like these guys are very intelligent young men, and that's probably carrying over into the cage for a reason, right? They can read things. They're just really good, smart people, and it's going to show Saturday night. Yeah,
absolutely it is. So after that, I'm speaking of Cam Nelson, Cam's pro debut. So here we go, man. He's gone pro. Record set back to 0-0, full rule set, and he is going against Braden Simon, who has a ton of kickboxing experience, but is 0-0 as well. And 170 pounds. What do you think? Jesus, this is going to be like, don't friggin' blink, man.
The whole, like it's crazy, man. Those last 3 fights are really like something, like all 3 of them. I don't want to say too much on this fight. I don't know what's going to happen either way. Like, I'm big fans of both of these guys, and both of these guys are just literally waiting for this opportunity. Both of them are just like, I'm ready for this. And so I don't know. Braden's a stud, man. You watch his past fights. The guy is an animal. He's so tough, very durable, and very skilled. And then, Cam is Cam, right? So he's just getting better all the time. So I think these are 2 guys you're going to see in FLA win or lose for a long time,
Yeah, absolutely. Sky's the limit, right? So that opens up the pro portion, and then Dorjan Dokai, 3-1, also out of Santos Brothers out of Toronto, is coming in to fight Christien Savoie, 8-1. At 185, Christien's returning. I mean, this guy was, he had to be the most hyped guy in the Maritimes. Coming up a couple years ago, went to the Contender Series, had his only loss in the Contender Series against somebody else that was, right at the verge of breaking into the UFC, COVID and everything else. And now Christien's back to, reclaim the top spot, I think, out here as number 1 prospect. What do you think?
I think between you and I think this fight deserves a little more coverage than it's getting, to be completely honest, in the Canadian scene. That's the first thing I'm going to say. So if anybody's listening who writes articles, second thing I'm going to say is it's a phenomenal fight. these both guys are very, very seasoned. Not only is Christien 8-1 contender, they're trying to get on the contender series. Dorjan is like an amateur world champion. He was going to go represent Canada at the amateurs, like an undefeated amateur in his career.
7-0, right?
Very good. Like,
yeah, a lot of experience.
Yeah, this is between these two guys. They have 2 losses. Like,
yeah,
come on, like you're not. And this fight deserves a hell of a lot more coverage.
Yeah.
And that's I truly believe that it's a phenomenal fight. It's probably one of the best fights in Canada, and it's So we'll see what happens, man. But both these guys are animals, very, very durable and dynamic. Like up, on the striking or wrestling or obviously
big guys, man.
Christien just had his camp with Cruella and like Kyle Nelson and Shane Campbell, all like legends of the Canadian scene up there at House of Champions, and then Dorjan trains with Robert Santos. He mixes up his training with their Niagara Top team with those guys. Just again, phenomenal people and talent. So yeah, very good, man. It's I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know what I will be doing. We'll be watching very closely.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, it's amazing to be able to headline our card with that level of talent and bring that back to Moncton and get things going. I mean, yeah, it's been crazy. Like, geez, if you want to get tickets online ahead of time, better not hesitate.
I think 90 left online,
and then we will do walk-ups the day of as well for Upper Bowl. Yeah. That's how she's going to shake out.
For anybody who's wondering as well, we haven't announced it, but we did lose the pro fight between Jesse Hertz and Nikki Heinrichs. Unfortunately, Jesse completely ready. He passed medicals as like a complete professional, and we'll leave it at that. So yeah, folks, FLA 7 tickets, as John said, very limited remaining online. FightLeagueAtlantic.com. FLA 8 tickets. We will be announcing FLA 8 at the intermission for this card. Our main event and our co-main event for FLA 8, March 18th at the Moncton Coliseum. Those tickets will also be on sale Saturday during FLA 7, which is crazy.
Yeah.
2 amazing fights.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have much more to say other than cheers to everybody in Canada who's doing great events. Keep up the great work and all the athletes training hard. Nothing but love on this end. Anything from you, Johnny?
No, thank you, everybody. Looking forward to being up there this weekend and hanging out back and saying hey to everybody and meeting all the guys that are just coming down for the first time. So, man, it does feel like we've been working on this show forever, and we really wanted to kick off 2023 in a big way. And this is it, man. I mean, the fight card, the improvements to the production, bringing John Morgan up, the commentary and the pre-show and everything else, like, just an absolute professional in his field. So
new canvas. We haven't really talked about this.
Dude, the new canvas is going to be awesome. Yeah. So that was my production level, right? Like, so that's where I lumped that in.
Yeah.
No, it's
part of it.
It is a massive part of it. It's going to make everything look better on camera. It's just, the optics of it are going to be improved greatly. And man, that's it. Just trying to improve everything, bit by bit.
No more wrinkly tarp canvas.
Hey man, that canvas served us well.
Oh yeah, it served us very well, and it damn well might again. We never know, but
yeah. Don't talk too soon, right? Yeah.
But everything seems to be going according to plan, and I guess I shouldn't have said anything. Otherwise, people will get there and be like, "What? That's the same old dirty canvas."
Yeah, if you get there and it's just click mats with no canvas over it, something went horribly wrong.
Yeah, we'll be buying tarp at Home Depot.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my God, we shouldn't joke around. But man, we're on the road first thing in the morning. Me and the Cage crew will be meeting you guys there at the Coliseum and getting right after it, right? So we'll see everyone at weigh-ins and
I hope
everyone's weight check's going well.
This guy is the guy. I don't know if you're still training Jesse, but he was very good. He was I think he got a blue belt over there in Summerside, but he was quite active. I think he maybe moved over to doing marathons and stuff. But a good kid. I'm glad to see you're still following us, man. Thank you for the kind words.
That's sweet, man.
Yeah, hey, man. It's
thanks, Ken.
Thanks, Kenny. He's another, like all these people, man. We have a lot of loyal supporters who come to every event and stuff, and it means the world to Jon and I. We work hard, but that's kind of why we do these podcasts like this, because to show people that we're just regular people who've been doing this forever, and there's no ego here. We're just people who love the sport and want to give back to the sport in this way, and we love that all you guys and girls are on the ride with us. So it's cool.
Absolutely.
And hopefully we continue for a long, long time. So, any final words, my man?
Nope. I got too much to do today to get ready for tomorrow. Let's get this thing over with.
I can't sleep, folks. This is my week of not sleeping, so got to get some stuff done too. Thank you, Jon, for everything, your team and your hard work, and thanks to all of our staff, as always, fans, sponsors, everybody involved. Nothing but love for you guys. Couldn't be done without you. And remaining tickets online, fightleagueatlantic.com, and we will see you all this weekend.
Absolutely.
Peace.